Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to
Wowie
a
zowie!
fine Wednesday evening, or whatever happens to be in your time zone. Aqua, thank you very much for 5 months. 5 months. We're approaching half a year on that. I'm sector leader Cody, and I'm Cody. Hello, everybody. Congratulations on getting first Omega. Congrats on getting second Aqua. Congrats on getting third Cake. Also, big welcome to anybody else who may have arrived here on a lurk. It is fantastic to see you all. We have some pretty easy to read patch notes this week. I'm gonna say it's gonna be some of the easiest patch note reads because I literally had nothing planned to really change, and then the website went down because of some issues with the editor, and I had to work on getting that back up. And well, you look at that. We do have some check-ins to glance over. Aqua at 70 with 98.6%. Very difficult to maintain these percentages, especially a percentage that high. Cake is at 64 sessions at 94.1%. Again, super difficult. It's already difficult enough to reach like the 80%. Let alone hitting 90 and approaching the mid-90s. Like, it's pretty difficult. I don't mind my weather reports. The weather report thing still says 550. Wait, this morning? Huh. Interesting. That's hinting at me what application might not be working correctly on that computer. Usually I have remote access, but the remote access software decided to be a piece of crap and not work, I guess, so... I have to go to the weather station in person just to restart a service. A service that is incredibly unreliable. But, yeah. I think I have a feeling what I need to unstuck when I get over there. Whenever the heck I get over, that involves going in the city. Also, we have Omega at 71 sessions, maintaining that 100%. That is extremely difficult to maintain. That 100% is only possible by 100% since the implementation of this. And I am trying my best to keep us at a consistent Wednesday to Saturday, which, by the way, since last Thursday didn't work out, I am going to, at some point, I'm going to have to plan an extra day. But I'm going to have to make sure I've got a good window of opportunity for that particular day. Which might be a little bit before I can do that. I think late February I might be able to sneak in a Tuesday. I do see a possible window for that, so... But that's a month away. Over a month away. It's late February I'm taking a glance at. Some parts of Canada have a stat day on Monday, so might give me some extra free time. I'm probably not streaming on Monday, but Tuesday, yeah, maybe. Way the heck then. We're not gonna worry about that. That's super far away. That's out of the 3-week range. If you're in the Discord, you'll actually see the events. I actually have the events lined up for the next 2 to 3 weeks, depending on what day of the week you actually view it. Because I usually get it published on Friday or Saturday. I usually get the long range forecast of what the streams are going to be. I usually put them up around then. Welcome to the first stream of the week. Oh, move one window over, I guess. We're going to continue Final Fantasy 14 because that is what we're supposed to be doing today. I didn't even say that at the beginning, but yeah, Final Fantasy 14. I'm going to press the button that changes our topic to Final Fantasy 14. One click of a button, and it should say Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood Part 2. Yes, there we go. Oh, we might go until 10 today. I don't have to start what I need to start tomorrow until an hour and a half later, so I could probably go on for an hour. Or an extra hour. Imagine that. Final Fantasy 14 is currently starting. Did I say we were going to change to my main profile at a point? Probably should. But if anybody does want to join, just give me a heads up. We can go to Halicarnassus. Because that is where we are conducting our operations otherwise. I'm just getting my character logged in. Now, we're going to have to New Game Plus, and I'm going to have to skip a bunch of scenes, but we'll get caught up easy. I almost remember the name of the quest that we were on when we last left off. So do some cutscene skipping. We were taking other person who's not Mango. Other person who we met much earlier. Much earlier in that my brain decided not to recognize the name and face, and we were like, oh, that's right. Because it was probably a year and a half ago that we met them. Now, I'm not in the middle of a New Game Plus, am I? Huh? Okay, hold on. I got to remove the New Game Plus progress. And then I've got to New Game Plus. Okay, Stormblood Part 1. Okay, so we're going to Beyond the Great Wall. I'm going to bring us over to the actual scene of the game. We're going to hope that it sizes correctly. Spoiler, it isn't. See? It does this every freaking time because OBS's embedded scenes suck. Every time a game source goes missing, it resizes itself. I do not like the way embedded containers behave in OBS. Please fix. So, you'll notice some things are a little different. Because I'm playing New Game Plus. First of all, I'm a level 100 Black Mage. By the way, this fun little weapon that we get here is from a treasure dungeon. One of the newer treasure dungeons. And RNG has to drop it, and RNG has a very small chance of dropping it. It's a coffer that's a different weapon depending on your class. We're going to go Beyond the Great Wall. I'm going to skip all cutscenes as we begin this. Also, we don't have to worry about any extra equipment being constantly tossed at us while on New Game Plus. Honestly, I should have done it this way the whole time. We're going to skip our cutscenes because we were already in Albania. Castrum Onion. Yes, we're already associated with Castrum Onion. I was gonna teleport. Easy enough. It's like, holy crap, you have 6.8 million gil. Yes. Well, I've played this game for a long time. Oh, I guess one thing I can't show off to you because I'm in New Game Plus is I don't think I can collect ether currents again. Alright, Castrum onion. We gotta get started now. Oh, I'm a little laggy, am I? Hold on. I'm gonna change this back to light. My character is super far away for some reason. When the tracking is set to light, I don't know why. But let's not worry about it. Also, I do not need to attune to the etherites. I'm just gonna get a sprint going so that we can get the places faster. Oh, my mount speed too. My mount speed. So there's a lot of things that are going to be complete already. I'm gonna try to mention some of the differences between New Game Plus and outright starting off of a new character. Well, this is an obvious difference. I can fly immediately. Why is Lisa so blurry when she's fading out here? What's it? Was she that blurry last time? Did she vanish in a blur? Is Lisa actually a ninja? So now the objectives don't really feel that far apart from each other, do they? Well, that's fine and all. We're going to take the same path as we did last time, which unfortunately does not involve going with Mango. Don't worry, we'll be with Mango eventually. I know it's Monago or something like that. Monago. Actually, Monago sounds pretty cool too. Ah, yes, the illusionary cliff. Does this still let me? Ah, it doesn't let me enter. Great. Okay. New Game Plus. No, New Game Plus, but again, you're reliving a story, so it's where do you think you're going? Not past this barrier. We already know how this goes. We've seen, if you guys have seen part 1, whether through the archive or whether through the stream last week. Oh, why did I just stand there? Of course, I can just begin the next mission. I will be starting with the voices once we get to an area we haven't reached yet. Reminder to self, you can use mounts here. Also, I can stomp while moving around, because RNG chose this mount. And go. And of course, Mifrid. We should do our best not to forget Mifrid either. This has been a while, so my memory's very rusty. Hello, Alphanid. I would like to proceed. And the ads would like to proceed too. I'm still going to be zipping through this during the ads. I don't anticipate us reaching a part that we haven't been to by the time the ads are over. So you won't miss anything that you didn't see in the previous stream. I keep standing still when calling my mount. I don't need to do that. Wow, those torches have quite the force field over them. Invoking never-ending barrier. You're not going to see the weather report during the ads this time, so you won't be able to tell by the weather report. Unless the run command thing bypasses the fact that it's disabled. Well, I guess we'll find out. We'll find out if that works. They're totally cool with letting a crocodile run through the camp. No problems here. Okay, ads are about to go off. Toon trademark. Oh my goodness, that's what it does. It does the SES one when I disabled the personal weather station one. Okay, you know what? That's fine. So now we got weather updates for the sectoral reinforcement squadron. That's a nice failover, actually. I like that. There's a few clouds at the SES main base. Because I haven't put anything fancy together for a full statistics of the SES weather. I'd love to, but the logic is actually a big pain in the arse to figure out. Because I need a table of RNG for every weather element. Alright, so now I have to choose. Or I have to accept both of them. Yes, I remember you now. Oh, hold on. I can't, Wait, what? Hold on. Is this a New Game Plus bug where I can only choose one and not the other? What requirements do I not meet for speaking to Mango? What? Right. Oh, let's see if Mango is available after we finish. That's. Did it do that last time? No, wasn't I able to pick up both of them last time? Why does it behave that way in New Game Plus? Or maybe it behaves that way because I have custom deliveries unlocked with Unago as well. Sorry, Mango. Not only that, but I have custom deliveries maxed out with Mango. Interesting. Welcome back from ads, everybody. We're going down here. Main story quests are already behaving a little differently. And I don't know if it's because of New Game Plus. Or if it is due to the fact that I have custom deliveries unlocked with Monago. Or maxed out with Monago. Maybe there's different behavior for having it maxed out. I don't know. But we took the Mifrid way last time. And we've already made it here. In fact, we got up to the point where we did favors for the village that doesn't trust us. Common trope. village that doesn't trust us yet, so we have to do stuff for them. Which unfortunately means fetch quests. All right, thank you for introducing us to village. Let's introduce to village. Just riding on my mount that I get from certain boss in Stormblood. Don't worry about it. A certain extreme version of certain boss. All right. You gotta do our favors now. All right. You are in luck once again. I shall help you. Okay, there is a bug. Ah! Why does New Game Plus make you do them one by one? That makes no sense. So you could do multiple at a time. If you're doing this for the first time. But you can't if you do... Okay, then I think that's really dumb. Then we go get Hornbill. I mean, this is the part that I like about New Game Plus. Is I could just barge in as a level 100 and two-shot the enemies we need to interact with. Also, they won't bother me because I'm too high level. That is not what I wanted to do. It's becoming darker in the desert. The desert darkness. So now I have to do this. I can't multitask the main quest. That is lame. Thankfully, eventually, you don't have them all split into paths. Hello, frightened villager. Goodbye, frightened villager. I believe I said that last time, too. Have you ever seen a gliding peacock before? No? Well, now you have. Now I can do the other one. So once I'm done this path, then I'll be able to accept Mango's quest. Yes, I am new face. Okay, once we're done doing these favors here, we will be at the points where we were last time and do the voice acting, which I hope I put a tag up for that. Oh, good, I did. And there's a chance there might not be a second English tag. There's also a chance that there might... Yeah, there's still a second English tag. Thanks, Firebot. We're gonna take the faster way there. And then we're going to 3, 2, 1, dive. Again, going through here for the first time, you will not be able to fly. You have to navigate on the ground, and you will not have mount speed up. I have mount speed up in this area. This might save us on a little time, though, if I do it this way. We're still watching the cutscenes, so... I mean, why not watch the cutscenes? How else are we supposed to know more about what's going on over here? Yes, I'm here for the leftovers. Let's interact. Let's grab. Let's enjoy the fact that Black Mage's combos do not decay anymore. See, for some reason, when I set my tracking to low power, first of all, it lags less, but that's a given. Second of all, though, the sectoral leader makes eye contact with you more easily. Yet when it's high-powered tracking, he avoids eye contact, sort of like what I do when I'm talking to somebody in real life. It's a relatable behavior. Large bird. Yes, here is the extremely heavy sacks. Okay, now, did we view this cutscene? I don't remember. But I'm about to remember. Ah, there you are, Cody. I've been trying to help the villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent people from stockpiling, in case they might be in league with the Resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to better hide what little they've got left. How's lease going on, by the way? Getting on. You think people would be more inclined to trust a local girl? Assuming they remember her, that is. Let's go check how Elise is doing. Let's check how many more times I gotta clear my throat. Or how many more times I gotta cough. No, I didn't mean to. Where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were being ground under the Black Wolf's boot? On the other side of his bastard wall? Living in the high life, I'll wager. That's not fair. Hey, you. Get educated! Anyways. Oh! What's this? Another one of your freedom-loving friends? Deigning to help us poor unfortunate souls? Stop drinking, you. Trying to whip us up into a frenzy so we'll storm a castrum with our own pickaxes and shovels. Leave, all of you, before you bring a cohort to down on us all. And you, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lise. You weren't here. This is my home, and I love it with all my heart. And if you truly have any love for it too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion. Remember, to make an assumption is to make an ass out of you and me. Anyways. He's got a point. No matter what I say and do, it doesn't change the fact that I left him behind. But this isn't about me, or anyone else. It's about it's about Alamigo. Let's go and find Meffred. Meffred. My combo is ready to go. Meffred. Meffred. Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them, given what happened at the wall. Yeah. They followed a psychopath, unfortunately, and that led to bad things. Oh, there's a psychopath on the loose. Sorry. But not sorry to Ilbert. I don't like that person. No apologies to Ilbert. Ever. What is... Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, that is... Oh, that's not totally fixed. There we go. Now it's fixed. My sound's just disappearing. Thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow... I don't know. But, if anything, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggle like they do either, Lise. I ran too, aye. But if I hadn't, I'd never met Cody or the rest of you. And we might not be here today, in a position to make a difference. I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. For some reason, Twitch on my computer is being stupid, so I'm here on my phone. You know, I also hear Twitch has been really dumb with notifications. I'm just noticing, like, Twitch notifications not going out again. Thanks, Twitch, for experimenting with features that don't work. But I mean, you know, why keep it functional? Gotta break what isn't broken. That's how Twitch works. Welcome on in, Hemlock. Good to see you. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. Twitch is always awful with notifications. It really is. It's super annoying. And this dumb personalized notifications garbage. People do not want their notifications getting shut off whenever. At the bare minimum, they should be keeping the go live notifications on. That's why people subscribe in the first place. If they don't want notifications, they can click on the bell and go, no notifications, please, and thank you. I think Twitch is just stupid in general. They're very disconnected, that's for sure. The other day I got a notification for a stream that already ended. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, that'd be really annoying. Help. Someone. Anyone. We need help. I don't like the sound of that one bit. Come on. Let's go. Let's go and assist. You know, I always get notifications with some random person I'm not following added to their story or story. Yeah, the start of the hype. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the start of the hype train thing and the... Like, seriously, Twitch? That's why I turned recommended live off in the first place, is because of, like, behaviors like that. It's like, I don't follow this person. And this other person they keep recommending has over 1,000 people in their chat room all the time. So it's like, no, I'm not going to be engaging in a room that large. Not unless I know the person. I've turned off notifications for certain people, and I still get notified. What the heck? Wow. Twitch putting up options that don't even work. Genuinely makes me angry. It is super annoying. That's why I don't even bother with Twitch Mobile very much at all. But I also have the choice. Not everybody has the choice. Some people are stuck with mobile, even if mobile is, who the heck knows that they even test mobile anymore when they roll out these updates? What kind of... That should be them. And the bloody ratmen. They... Damn it all. You there, take a deep breath. And then tell us what happened. Which is so fucked. It actually makes me tempted to just watch most people on YouTube. I've entertained the idea of YouTube, but it's gonna be a while. Firebot version 6, like the huge update that they're gradually working on it. It's a volunteer team that works on the Firebot project. Eventually, once they get to the point where they can release version 6, that is supposed to... Oh. There we go. Now they're going towards me. That's better. All the snow, which is extra laggy for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why the snow itself is so laggy. I guarantee they don't test mobile because I don't even think they know how to test things anymore, considering how buggy everything that they roll out has been. Snowstorm, thank you for the snowstorm. All the snow that for some reason is lagging a little. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's just a problem with the throw-in software. I don't think they know how to do anything. Yeah. Yeah. No, nowadays they just seem to be good with, oh yeah, downsizing. That's all they seem to know how to do. And mobile, yeah. Push mobile. Yeah, pretty much sectoral captain. That was... How long was it before the sectoral captain finally tushified a message? That's got to be one of the longest times I've seen it go without actually tushifying a message. Just what mobile is tush. Yep. Accurate. Yep. Pretty accurate. It was all business as usual. The tribunes due soon. So we were taking it to the Imperials where the Kikurin attacked. They took my brother and our money. Took him where? Ruins to the south of here. There was an old temple before they came in. Listen, Recruit is the only family I've got left. If I lose him, Ziggurat? If the Ratman took him there, he's as good as dead. Okay, you quitter. You go ahead, be a quitter. We're gonna go rescue him. We've got to go after them. If there's even a chance our brother is alive, we have to try. Normally it does one of my messages within the first minute I'm here. Oh, jeez. Twitch Mobile just feels like an experiment at this point. Like, it feels like they're just experimenting on it, and it's like an experiment they're gradually abandoning sometimes. Twitch needs to get themselves together. It's ridiculous. Yes. Exactly. Now see, now the youth is finally thinking about it. Don't be a quitter. Don't be all downed and all that stuff. Let's go do something. You're right, Lise. We gotta help him. If not for the missing man, then for the Tribunum. The Garleans won't suffer excuses if they're late. The Warcrud is being held somewhere at the Ziggurat to the south, which has been taken over by a host of Kikurin bandits. That about covers it then. Be prepared for a fight. They may not be the most challenging foes, but there's sure to be a lot of them. Should I change to Pictomancer and start spamming AoEs? Mage can AoE a lot too, but I feel like Pictomancer right out of the gate, as soon as you start the combo, you can already dish out some AoEs that hit pretty hard. Nah, I'm gonna stay as Black Mage. I have a combo, my ice combo is full right now, so. Let's go to Destination. Destination. They're meat eaters. I eat meat too, with vegetables. Please, let me go. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Hear that? I think it came from the top of the ziggurat. Ziggurat. Ziggurat! Who dares come to loot our man flesh? Ah, it's to eat. Ah, it's to eat. We knew it'd come to this. Kill them quick before they alert the others. Ow. Hello, Krista. Hello, RNG Krista. I would like to introduce you to my fiery friend. Goodbye. These fellas are not gonna mind me. They're just level 60. They're all good. I'm going to approach this from over here so that I'm less likely to be bothered by others. Hi there. Okay, those two are going to get destroyed by DOT. And this one's just going to get destroyed by Xenoglossy. There we go. We're all good. Didn't have to change my element. Okay. Earlier, what did I ever do to deserve this? I've gone to bed hungry for months. I'm skin and bone. I hardly bake a snack, much less a meal. Oh, you found him. But wait, are you here to rescue me? Your sister sent us. It's going to be all right. My sister? Oh, rather God be praised. She's safe. And you lot fought your way in here just for me? To think there are still good, brave folk in this world. We should go before the Kukurin return in force. Do you still have the Tributum? Oh gods, the Tributum. The Imperials will be wondering where I am. I have to go. What? Right now? In your condition? You don't understand. We were given a warning last month for being short. If I don't make it in this time, there's no telling what'll happen to me and my sister. Off he goes. We're not going to bother them yet. Don't worry, Elise. There will come a time where I can change my title to Imperial Nuisance and bother the heck out of all of them. I'm glad we saved him, but seeing him run off like that, got a bad feeling about this. Oh boy, it's that person. We all know. Listen, Cody, Milford, I think we need to go after Kreta. Wait, you better not be thinking of stopping him. You heard what he said. If they don't pay one way, they'll pay another. I know that. I do. And I don't want to interfere. I just want to see that he makes it there safely. If that's the sum of it, then fine. Let's head down and see if we can pick up his trail. We can go down the faster way. Well, I can go down the faster way. If you're going here for the first time, you can't. You gotta go down the stairs. But we don't need stairs. Upon closer inspection, you find nothing of interest. Well, yeah, it's just withered flowers. Why'd they even place that there? Ah! Right. Hello, I am Bird. Soiled sack. Ah, yes. Nothing of interest. It's just a sack. Alright, thank you. Thank you for leading me to sack. Rotating vegetables. Sorry, rotted vegetables. Rotin vegetables. Wow, nothing of interest. They just put pointless sparklies over here for no reason. The chocobo feather is the only one that matters. In the dirt, you spy a chocobo feather. Well, at least it's not a peacock feather, because then it would just be my mount. Any luck? Yes, chocobo plus feather equals clue. A chocobo feather, is it? Aye, by my reckoning, it comes from Recredit's bird, in which case... There's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Hug the rocks and stick to the shadows. We'll find him soon enough. And Lise, don't give us away. We're not bothering the Imperials yet. We don't want them catching on to us this early. Any minute now. I expect he'll come thundering round the bend and... Hear that? Get to cover, quickly, now! Let's get to cover. Gotta watch. Silly looking Imperials.
Are they Imperials?
Yeah, like, are they?
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise, whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
Oh my goodness, everything's voiced. Except I barely heard that what.
You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fifth? How stupid do you think we are?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
Think you can kill them all, including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor, assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
We have to stand down for now.
But it isn't fair.
We will beat them up when the time comes. Chocobo is witness.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this god's-forsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alan Egan's can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit! And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
Back in my day.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
Where's my character? There we go. My arm was a little buggy there. Like flickery.
poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
We should interview the Chocobo later. The Chocobo can witness everything firsthand. That's right, there's nobody there. There's nobody there! There was never anybody there. We were never here. Just that individual and his Chocobo. An individual whose name I already don't remember very well because I suck with names. I heard the commander was keen-eyed, but God, that was a near thing. Tears me up inside seeing our own kinsmen doing the bidding of the Viceroy. But they made their choice, and if it comes to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. Wakara's alive, and the tribunum's been paid. That's all that matters for now. I, for one, would rather not wait around to see if the skulls decide to return. We'd best go back to Algana and tell Ragford his man got the job done. We shall. The fast way. Goes this way anyways. So this way is Momoron's Milk. Ah, a milk place. I see. So yeah, this might be an Imperial area. We're not gonna worry about that. We gotta continue our main story. Plus, normally you can't fly, and you probably won't be able to get over there. There'll probably be something conveniently in the way. I don't think I wondered too much during my first playthrough of this. Because when you're on a map for the first time, there's usually a lot of areas you can't go to anyways. There's usually some convenient plot rock pile or something in the way. We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. Orgreta told me everything. How you fought with the kicker and it saved his life. For all the good it did, we saw what happened to him when he met the skulls. How they beat him half to death. We could have stopped them. I reckon you could. Meffred's a warrior, as is your comrade. You're strong, like your father. That much is plain. But I thank Ralliger you did not, because it would not have ended with them. Orgreta and his sister would have been branded insurgents, if not the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but the dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more than can be said for only the gods knows how many others. That's enough for you, is it? To put up with whatever they do to you, so long as you get to see another day. That's right. You grit your teeth, and you learn to live with the pain. I'll admit I was quick to judge Julie's, and for that I apologize. I know you and yours means well, I do. But I'm telling you, gods in the heavens as my witness, that we've got nothing left to give. We can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. She may say it, but she doesn't mean it, nor would I expect her to. Her father was stubborn as an ox too. She's set on walking the same path. I but pray she won't follow to the same end. Well, she took it better than I anticipated, which isn't saying much, I suppose. We should go see if she's alright. Why exit the conventional way when I can just jump the rock? Sorry about running off like that. Palamegans terrorizing their own. Just can't accept it, you know? No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it. Day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect them to storm a castrum with their pickaxes and shovels, or whatever it was. But nor did I expect Creta to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. I can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place, or even my father's face. But I remember Yida's. I remember how scared she was when we ran. And that look in her eyes when we talked about home. Her home. But not mine, is it? There you are, Elise. I've been looking all over for you. Well, you found me. Got something else to say? Aye, that I do. I said some things to you before that I shouldn't have. It wasn't my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I love my village. But when one of ours is in need, I was cowering here with all the others. I didn't even think to go after Creta. But you did. Made me feel like a bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will, if you'll have me. You're asking to join the resistance. When you put it like that, I suppose I am. But not just me. There are others I know who've been thinking about it for a while now. There's not many of us, and we're not hardened warriors like you lot, but if your heart bleeds for Amigo, then that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome at Radiger's Reach. Yes. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word when we're ready. Still think this isn't your home? No, I was just thinking out loud. And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. Is it mango time? Off we go! Don't worry about it. That bridge is just decoration. This mount, by the way, is from a world boss. I think you have to fight it for 2 times. You have to participate in that fate 2 times and get gold in it. Which isn't difficult as long as you're in a party. Hello. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits. And it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling. And troubling too. I've heard about the skulls, but this is the first time I've seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll have to think of them myself if our paths ever cross on the battlefield, but... when, not if. The day will come, Lise. You can't afford to hesitate when it does. The young, old, conscript, citizen, guardian, Alamegan, none of that matters. They've all got their reasons. But they're no better than yours, especially when they're bearing down on you, blade in hand. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. But if I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be the one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right then, I best begin preparing for these new recruits. Cody, Lise, it's been a pleasure. Alright, we are done this half. It is now time to communicate with Mango. Hello, Mango. A friend of 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 a friend in need. Okay, we already read this part. We've already read this part. Because when you're not in New Game Plus, you can start both of the quests at the same time. So, Mango needs a escort. Alice joins us. There we go. We get to chill out with we get to chill with Mango now. Also, if you do have custom deliveries unlocked, you can't do them while you're doing this quest. New Game Plus will affect that. Alright, this part we have not done yet. Got everything you need? Good. Then let us be off. All these voices that are probably well out of my vocal range that I am trying with no filter. Screen faded out so quickly. And then we grab it, and then we bring it to the sky, and then we drop it. Any enemies that get in our way. That's a tall bird. Quiet. Hear that? That was a Cerulean engine backfiring. Imperials. Hey gods, you have preternatural senses. I didn't hear a thing. When you grow up hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds that could mean life and death. Be they of a predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol augmented with a single magic armor. Wide search pattern, divided in 3 teams. Don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try to take them all by surprise. At the same time, we don't want them calling reinforcements. 3 teams, 3 of us? Nothing for it then. Where are they? Head north. You'll see them long before they see you. I'll deal with the woods to the south. The armor should be just to the west. Cody's best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough in time to get us into position. Rendezvous on the east bank after. Any questions? No? Then good luck. Angle means business. I'm so tempted to summon my Chocobo just because I can. I'm summoning my Chocobo just because I can. My maxed out Chocobo. Oh, hello there. And how are you on this fine, hot-looking day? Oh, they couldn't take it. My Chocobo just like smack. Oh, hold on. There we go. That's better. That's called the peacock dance. Looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised. The 3 soldiers I faced didn't even put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out here are conscripts from other provinces, with little training and even less conviction. It's grim work, killing men and women like that. But don't doubt that they'd do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armor. Conscript or no, a soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that, after what happened at the wall. That sound played twice. I think it played once because I was in a cutscene, and it played another time because, well, the moment the combo reached its maximum. It's a little sound cue that basically tells you you can start spending these. You're not going to gain any more. Kermix. Right. I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices our missing patrol. Crocodile. Ah, that's an Imperial way. We don't want to go that way. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces at Castamorians were under the command of Flame General Rabon Allen, did you not? The Raliger, the bull of Alamigo himself. I never dreamed I'd have a chance to meet the legend. The one, the only, the legend. I always take a double glance around here. I've actually seen 2 A ranks in sort of close proximity in this area before. Voiced? Voiced?
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the blood sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
I will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamigan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Aye. Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
I have a plan to drink some water too. By the way, if you haven't had any water in a while, drink some water. Well, let's get some water going. Oh, and then all of a sudden the voice acting is over. Scouts have recently informed me of an interesting development at the Stellium Velodinia. Namely, the arrival of a shipment rumored to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armor. It is our assessment that the armor is field tested here, most likely against the Alliance forces, mayhap before the day is out. Oh, we're about to spray some ads be gone. Which, by the way, it does cause side effects. You can sometimes hallucinate up to 3 minutes of ads can be hallucinated. So just a heads up. It extinguishes, it eliminates the pre-rolls for another 60 minutes here. So let's be ready for that. Damn it all, more Magitech weapons. That's the last thing we need. Your concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit and 1 or 2 support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering their development and delaying future development. Robin's voice, by the way, has changed a lot since the Realm Reborn. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of like his newer voice or like changes to his voice, but and should we carry out this joint endeavor with the Resistance, they will have the rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire. But you'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone. And if we... And you were going to have to do it eventually anyway. Okay, ads are about to roll here, so I'm not going to proceed to the next line. I have a feeling the ads are about like 10 seconds or so away. So we're going to let them... Yep, there you go. See what I was talking about? Alright, so now we got a thunderstorm with rain at the SCS main base. It chooses from an array of weather conditions. Also, the Sectoral Enforcement Squadron headquarters is actually located in an area that experiences very frequent weather fluctuations. So it could be pretty stormy for like 20 minutes or so, and then things just clear out. And then some other weather condition moves in, and then that weather condition's gone just like that. Ah, good old weather conditions. Odd to love it. Honestly, I could add more detail to this at some point. I could have a percentage table that's calculated once a day, and it would be like probability of this, probability of this. Hey, a pretty cool way to approach it. We still have a couple minutes of ads. So yeah, while we wait here, let's mention some of the future streams coming up. So tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, we have our creative stream of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and 3. We're going to sneak a bit of one, we're going to sneak a bit of the other in, alongside our weather talk, of course. On Friday, we are continuing Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, complete with the capture card that has problems capturing Wii U. So, hopefully I don't need to deactivate and reactivate the source too much. I believe we were in the middle of rescuing my car. Sorry, my car. The name gets me every time. And remembering that we have a grappling hook. That's 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Also, that will be FaceTuber Friday. Fridays is FaceTuber Friday. On Saturday, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, we have Outbreak. And also, we're going to play some nukes. If you want to multiplayer with me, you are free to do so. You'll just have to give me a heads up. I sort of wish that there was a code thing. But do I have to add people as a Steam friend in order to play with them or something like that? Or can I just, like, invite them regardless? I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll figure out / experiment with that. And look at that. We're back from the ads just as I finished talking about what we're in for this coming week here. Now we got to go back to Mango was talking, Robin was talking, Pippin was talking. Exactly. And so what I propose is simple. We harry their patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to the East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Don't talk to Krista about taking people from behind, alright? Probably it's probably a hug ambush. Krista just pops up from behind, all of a sudden you're in a big hug. Big cozy Krista hug. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with his assessment and fully support his plan. I shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. And then, I shall have one of my men bring you the details of the plan anon. Gone, just like that. Apparently Mango doesn't need an escort now. And we will do our part in fighting with the Alliance, yes? I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. No, why the heck not? We're going to beat up some Imperials, alright? Why am I so laggy all of a sudden? Oh, because the software sort of sucks. Okay. I'm glad that's clarified. I don't have anything, like, unnecessary running now, do I? As soon as I click out! Seriously? I thought I had GPU scheduling off. Like, what is going on here? I'm not running too much for you, so can you actually function, please and thank you? Stay in light mode. Minimize that. As soon as I click on Final Fantasy 14. Well, let's get out of this cutscene. It's probably this cutscene. It's this cutscene. Best served with cold steel. Alright. We've been around... We've been careful to avoid needless shows of force on this side of the wall. But that's all about to change. And when it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys out to entertain us. I would ask you to participate in this operation, but from that look I see it as a foregone conclusion. Why, thanks. Per Pippin's plan, we need to turn the East End into an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'd be a fool not to use you. Head up to this spot on your map, right here, A patrol should be along shortly. Deal with them, then rendezvous with the rest of us at this location. Go well, Cody. Alright, let's go do this. We got Alizé following us too, but something tells me Alizé is not going to directly assist us. Unless it's a duty, then Alizé might actually help us. I don't remember which missions are a duty and which ones are not. Apparently we gotta go this way. No, Alizé's not gonna help us with this. Our Chocobo's gonna help us with this. Oh, hi there, Imperials. How's it going? Bye-bye. No. There we go. That's a button combo I wanted to press. Over the hill we go. There we go. Now Alizé will probably be helping us out. And Robin. Alright. It's duty time. Which means our Chocobo cannot... I will read that. Hold on. Oh, went to plan then. Good. Our scouts report a unit escorting the prototype weapons has left Castrum Velodina. The resistance is already in position. So we have but to wait for our guests to arrive. Okay, we have to sink here, so that means we actually need to put some effort in to destroy them. We're sinking down to level 62. Dang. That's a strict sink.
grim for us after Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces. It's like all my name days have come at once!
They have no idea what's about to get them.
Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head.
You're funny.
That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush. Attack!
Hold on. I'm gonna two-shot these. All right, you.
Get after them, damn you!
Can I get these fellas too?
Now I've gotcha.
Can you like nappy, please and thank you. You two need to nappy. You need to nappy too. Nappy time. Come on. Go to sleep. Bye-bye. You also need to go bye-bye. Okay, you know what? That annoying entity has like 50 500,000 HP, so we're just gonna go after this.
You'll be weeping blood!
Over here, over here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're in here. Goodbye. He who fights and runs. What the? Who in the hells are you lot? Or Alamigo, let none escape. Why are you running? You think you've won? And we go together! No time to get to safety. We must disable it before it blows. We shall. Oh, my secret weapon! Your secret weapon is sleeping now. And now I'm level 100 again. And very, very much a threat.
Oh! Damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I passed harder stools than these piles of scrap. You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
Why are you running, coward?
Aye, run and tell your viceroy. The day belongs to Alamigo. Yeah!
All right. I should have changed my title to Imperial Nuisance before I did this. Well done, all of you. I call this operation a resounding success. I'd say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where it's due, Master Kemp. It was Marshal Tarupin who made this plan, and all of you, Resistance and Alliance alike, who carried it out to perfection. Aye, that they did. Not a single casualty, for which I am grateful beyond words. No doubt our comrades back at the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. It's been a pleasure, General. Until next battle, Minago, I leave the Scions in your care. You get to chill with us, Mango. We shall return to the castrum then. Cody, Mistress Levier, once more you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until next battle. Oh yes! They still haven't paused the chocobo timer during cutscenes, which is very annoying. It's a very simple quality of life thing that they could implement, but they don't. Like, why not just give the chocobo the in cutscene status too? I know the chocobo's not actually in the cutscene, but like, come on. I'd heard the stories, but to actually see you in action, I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. Seriously though, it was inspirational. Ah, but you must be tired of hearing that, eh? I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's head back to the Reach. A walk back to the Reach. Do I have... Nope, I don't. I'm gonna do that. Give myself a bit of extra space. Oh, my chocobo saddlebag is such a mess. Also, sell. Yeah, I need to sell those. I'm just gonna fly through a tree. That's how we do things around here. Oh yeah, once you're in Stormblood, some fates will have a bonus experience mechanic applied to them. So you get a bit of a boost of the experience points you get if you go to these particular ones. Also, I'm not sure if it's Stormblood or if it's Shadowbringers. One or the other, or both, and later. There's entities that sometimes appear during the fates. And they'll give you a buff for the next fate that boosts your experience points as well. And they do stack with this bonus. There's also a very small chance of an even stronger entity appearing and giving you an even better experience boost. If you stack all the bonuses, it can give you a pretty good chunk on your experience bar. That's right, we have one of... I have one of the... one of the Imperial armors. It's mine now. You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what I was asked of you, without hesitation. For that we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in practical terms, but it's a symbolic value that can't be overstated. Alliance of Resistance fighters come together to face an Imperial unit equipped with Garleans' newest weapons and smash them. People will remember this day. They'll remember this.
I won't forget this!
Aye, that they will. for it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory. The beginning of a campaign by united Eorzea to drive the Garleans from our land. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action, but the Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. Ha! To think the last time the Garlean troops trod the soil was more than a century ago, during the Autumn War, and that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is a long and bloody history, to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. Well said, Commander. Which is why I intend to go from village to village and spread word of our victory and our new alliance. The people will flock to our banners. Just you wait and see. Cody, Alice, I cannot thank you enough for your assistance. Another great step. Where men go is one. Ah. Well then, here we go. Our lurker-friendly redeems are indeed lurker-friendly. I don't call them out. Well, I don't call it the people redeeming it. I can, like, give them a mention in that, but I don't call anybody out who redeems them and all that. Just know that I do appreciate everybody, whether you were actively here, whether you were lurking, it's all greatly appreciated very much. Let us continue. Owing to the efforts of you all, we've all accomplished a great deal in a short amount of time. The Resistance thanks you for your service, Scions. I see the operations have been proceeding apace in my absence. Welcome back, brother dearest. I take it your efforts to gather new recruits were successful? Indeed. There were several amongst the Scions' ranks who were quite eager to take part in the joint endeavor with the Resistance, whom I come to present. Commander Kemp, if I may. My name is Aaron Valdennis, a half-breed, as you could doubtless tell. I'm here to fight for a free Alamigo, for an Alamigo where women like my mother are never made to suffer. I'll pay you grant me this honor. You are a true-born son of Girabania, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours to freely take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks and the aid of the Eorzean Alliance and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I'll propose to General Alvin that we draw up plans for an assault on Castrum Vendurje. Then, in the meantime, we will make preparations of what preparations we can. I didn't say professional voice acting, by the way. I said voice acting. I'm trying. Trying to not butcher words. However, English is the second language of this stream, so butchering words is perfectly acceptable. Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo. Meanwhile. You can't see it, but my eyes are squinting. This music just seems very, very unfitting for Imperials. I don't know. We got ourselves our meanwhile. See, this cutscene doesn't lag very much at all. It doesn't lag my VTuber at all. What is up with some of those previous cutscenes? I think they got some optimization issues. Ah. Looks sort of bored.
Have occupied Castrum Orients and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges, save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near total casualties.
Near total? Go on.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work. The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
My lord,
Oh, I guess that
Cowards
individual was considered.
who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes.
So that's how he plays.
Why? When confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gir Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my house. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan! You do forget yourself! Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelsar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
Of course you're the one to be putting together a plot. I have a feeling we're gonna be dealing with this individual. Eventually, trademark. Alright, with our meanwhile over, it is time to probably voice act. Right then, I've got duties to attend to. Mayhap we can assist you with said duties. We're here to help, after all. The three of you have been busy, so I'll understand if you require time to rest. If not, however, it would seem sensible to assist our allies with their preparations. We'd be grateful for any and all help you can offer. If you ask around, I guarantee you won't want for work. Go ask around. Go ask people what to do. Oh boy, hooray. How fun. Okay. Now, none of you ask me about fetching bare ass now, right? Hello, I would like to introduce you to my crocodile. You want to help, do you? Seeing how I'm in no position to leave the stew pot unattended, could you go west for a variety of herbs? 6 sprigs or so, whatever got on the hand to suffice. That's not as haphazard as it may seem. Depending on the recipe, it doesn't really matter what sort you add. So long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back. Ah, yes, thanks. See, normally you can pick up multiples of these. So I guess New Game Plus has its pros and cons. I have to do these one at a time instead of picking them all up at the same time and finishing them like I like to do. Thankfully, I was wise with my decision. We got to this here. Herbs, is it? 6 sprigs or whatever's on hand? Afraid I can't spare that much. You'll take 2 and be glad of it. The remainder you have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother, though. You'll be surprised that you can find growing underfoot even in the reach. Oh boy, foot herbs. Ah yes, herbs and spices. Under your feet. Okay. Fragrant herbs. What do they smell like? I'm not sure if I want to know. It makes no noise while I'm jumping. Herbs. And then we gotta go and find more herbs. Herbs and spices. Yes. Okay, so these are all like tree herbs. Alright. So they probably smell like tree then. Tree feet. That's where they come from, tree feet. You know, you gotta get to that site without jumping. Or sorry, without flying. Because you can't fly here. You can't fly. You can't fly. Oh, wait. I scared my bird away. My bird's scared of water. Quickly, horse. Ah, dang it. I want my horse to glide across the water. You know, you got a truly magical horse when you can just glide across the water. Ah, there you are. Got the herbs that I asked for? Those herbs? Yes, I've got 6 greens. Foot greens. Thanks, that'll do nicely. And, sorry to impose upon you, sir. I thought you were another new recruit. Didn't realize until after that you were, But to answer the question that's properly on your mind, yes. It's always like this. Never enough food or supplies to go around. The more reason to be grateful when a countryman can spare some for the cause. Though, that comes at a cost too. Too many villages. Too many children more deserving than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we can partake. As we must. We must never lose sight of the dream. A dream! Alright. Whee! Pretty. Pretty colors.
You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. I am a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this eve. Yet nary one has come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location. I do not know. They number 5 in all, these would-be warriors. Send them on to me, should you chance to find them.
Very well, we shall. Find the lost recruits. Hello, fiery recruit. Instead of fighting that rock, you should probably speak with your trainer. Oh, training. God, I was so busy practicing to impress the others I completely forgot. Thank you. Practicing against a rock? I mean, you gotta start somewhere. It would be quite the difficulty spike to initially practice against a somebody. Ah, 1,000 pardons. So preoccupied I was by the question of whether Al Amigo should be a monarchy or republic that I neglected to attend to my training. Silly, I know. Till we drive the Imperials from our lands, the question is moot. Gotta train up if we want to drive away them Imperials. I have a feeling this one's a little out of the way, so let's go take care of this one. That one's not out of the way. teacher calls for me. I see. We were discussing strategies for disabling magic armor, you see. And, yes, of course, there's no time. If you would excuse me. A valid strategy. Alright. Wait. There's one over here too. I just wasn't paying it. There's an arrow on an arrow. Whoops. Scared away the elephant by touching the water. Now I have to go with bird. Oh, sorry, I have to become bird. There's a recruit hiding over here. Debbie? No? Where are... I'm behind a pillar? Yeah? Faint-hearted. I'll go over there. Oh, bugger. You were sent by the snake, weren't you? I heard 1 in 4 recruits doesn't live through their training. That can't be true, right? No, bugger, oh bugger. Oh, no. You probably heard that from, like, some rumor monger of some sorts. Alright, I'm snowman now. Give ourselves more of a third-person view. I've almost got him. One more to find. Also hiding behind pillars? Are they? Most of them are hiding behind pillars for some reason. Ah. All hail the magical flame. I know. I'm late. But I had to say a prayer for my sister first. After what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy. Alright, me and my train have to get back to the battle maid. And my giant bird. All the birds. Alright, your recruits are actually over.
All recruits present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Strider. Not all appreciate the rigor with which I train my recruits. Some favor a gentler approach, as if the Imperials would be so kind. It is a thankless job to teach, some say. But I say their survival is thanks enough. Fare you well.
And then we got one more to do. Jeez. Oh, I gotta merge tabs. I have to merge tabs. Whee! Alright, we gotta... Oop, we gotta get up here. I beg your pardon. The man who bested Geist von Bowser wishes to offer me his assistance. I say, this is highly irregular. Though, I have
heard it said that you have a penchant for aiding the common man. In which case, before the occupation, I was a humble historian, while my duties leave me scarce time for all this. I think it is important that these modern events be recorded for the benefit of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable, and I had to mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters, ask them their motivations for taking up this cause and so forth. You may take down the statements in this log, and Cody, thank you for your service, now and ever after.
Interview, people. It's an interview. Back here. Oh, hello again.
I was just a cook before this. Simple fare, really. I had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. I took a liking to the fighters. They leaved, you know? And there's always a need for cooks. Or at least people who can work with whatever the foraging parties turn up.
I keep stopping to get on a mount, and I don't need to do that. Whoops.
Why? Why indeed? To save lives, perhaps? Or to make amends for the ones I couldn't? My father and my brothers were worked to death while building a castrum. What did it matter to the Garleans, eh? More where that lot came from. After that, I couldn't keep on doing nothing.
I'm still doing it. I'm still pausing to get on mounts and not paying attention to where the water is. Hug Hawk. Would Krista hug a hawk?
Aren't you the Icon Slayer? Damned if I know why you'd bother asking someone like me why I joined the Resistance, but it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Alamigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. Either you're with him or not. And if you're with him, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship if you live long enough. You'll die stealing someone else's land, like as not. But that's the choice. But me, I'd rather die here.
And of course, there's somebody way over here. Oh, is it the same person? No, it's much further up.
Why I joined the Resistance? Well, if you must know, it was to avenge a friend the Imperials butchered before my very eyes, back in Alamigo. We owned a stall in the markets, and a passing soldier snatched up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, only to get a form of steel in the gut for his troubles. I found my way here, and that was that.
Don't the Imperials realize if you touch something that doesn't belong to you, the guards will question you and get angry at you and tell you, "Stop me!" and put a 1 gil bounty on you for touching something that isn't yours? Well met, Cody. Have you spoken with the freedom fighters, I asked? As fascinating as they are varied, you have a knack for convincing others to bare their hearts to you. I could not have done better myself. Many years now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. We must never forget, my friend. Never.
Don't forget me!
Low-hanging fruit. Too easy. All right. Now let's suffer from the lack of shocks of the entire time we're on this, we're probably like as we run past our objective. Damn it all. Where could have it gone to? Oh, pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of a destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground, as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it. It'd be him. I'd be him. I had it this morning, and I know for certain, and I've not left the reach since, so it's gotta be around here somewhere. And if you got a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around near the officer's pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know. I could easily just buy another, but even so, please help me find it. Okay, me and my crocodile will find it. Is this called an alligator? It's an alligator, but its snout is... No! I suppose so. Its bulky build reminds me of a crocodile, though. Crocodiles are... Well, maybe I'm just used to seeing the saltwater crocodiles. Oh, for Pete's sakes, why do all of my objectives take me over there? I don't remember these places by name. Oh, we got our 1 minute heads up for... Swear I've searched high and low, but it just won't turn up. Here you go. Seven Hells, that's the one. That's my lucky ward. You're a godsend, brother. Before I was born, my mother made me pilgrimage to the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many others, received the blessings of the monks. And then the order came and burned it all to the ground. A mad bastard. And after him came the Garleans, who cared even less of for our beliefs. I still keep to the old ways, as do many others. And when my son is born, I'll teach him the stories in the scripture, as my mother taught me. And with that, another task complete. Ah, Cody, I hear you've been keeping busy. Aye, that he has, and we thank him for it. It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute. Dang, all in a day's work? I wouldn't call 1 day's worth of training sufficient training. With all these, you know what is with all these jobs nowadays anyways? And being like, oh yeah, you've done enough training. You've done enough training. You're here for 2 days. You can fully do this job now. Uh-huh. Sure. We do have ads rolling, by the way, so I'm not going to proceed with this, with further voice acting and cutscene until the ads are gone. We got a little observation from the SES main base. It looks like the thunderstorms are continuing over there. Dang, I want to be over there. The sectoral leader is over there frequently, so I guess you get to see all these thunderstorms in the fun weather. And he's resistant to most of the elements anyway, so he could stand on a lightning rod, get struck by lightning, and wouldn't do anything. He doesn't do that. He's not a big fan of getting struck by lightning. Sort of indifferent to it. Do you have any lightning anywhere in Canada right now? I turn on the lightning layer. No. Do we have any lightning in the last hour? Nope. Sort of disappointing that we didn't have any sneaky January thunderstorm take advantage of the fact that the temperature was actually decent down the south. I know the environment was not adequate for it, but come on, thunderstorm in January? They definitely stand out. Well, we sure as heck wouldn't get a thunderstorm in January. That'd make our location way too interesting. Can't do that. Interesting weather? Here? Nah. Alright, everybody. While we are finishing up with the latter part of the ad break, let's get ourselves a bit of a beverage. I got some water here. Hey, most of you got water, if you got tea. Pop, I suppose. I suppose there can be some degree of hydration from that. Energy drinks are not hydrating. They're very sugary. They actually do the opposite. And they're not the best for you. Alcoholic beverages are the opposite of hydration. They are dehydrating, so always keep that in mind. If you're drinking something, have some water nearby. Keep your hydration levels up. That's actually, that's a secret to eliminating, like, hangovers and stuff. Is lots of water, lots of hydration. Because it's actually, dehydration is actually the effect of the hangover. Some people say that bread is also a thing. I'm not sure if that's a wives' tale or not. I don't drink. I wouldn't know firsthand. I don't drink alcoholic beverages, that is. Okay, the ads are over, so we are going to proceed with our cutscene. As discussed, Nago. I would have you present my proposal for an assault on Castrum and Velremia to General Eldrin personally. You get to meet the General again, Mango.
Of course, sir. And you and yours are planning to return to Castrum Onion before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together?
That sounds like a fine suggestion. But I must consult my comrades ere we depart.
Very well, I'll wait for you at the pass, but not too long.
I want to chill with Mango. Alphanud, can I go?
I expect Kryle and Y'shtola will wish to remain here to support the Hurrians, but nevertheless, we should go and ask them.
I don't mind if Kryle stays here. Kryle's trouble! Kryle's trouble, I'm telling you. There's a certain action or a few that Kryle does later that don't really make me appreciate Kryle very much. Windows X. I got last names abbreviated. Except for those in my party. Y'shtola.
His aught amiss.
I don't potato.
I see. That would explain the sudden flurry of activity outside.
This joint operation marks a turning point in the conflict with the Garleans. For the first time, the Resistance and the Alliance shall go on the offensive and attempt to capture an Imperial outpost in occupied territory. Personally, I believe it's imperative we offer them our full support, as was the case with Ishgard. However, this is not a choice to be made lightly, not less on others' behalves. This is war, and every scion must decide what he or she would play.
I'll fight. For Alamigo. For my father. For Yida. I'm in it to the end. The choice was made for us ere we were born, brother. When the Empire marched on Eorzea. I will stop at nothing to subjugate... Wait, what? They will stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all. Van Beelzar and Van Darnitz were but the first to try. Though your fervor is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. Not the risk of repeating myself, I am of course of the same mind. The present situation is untenable, and further complicated by the existence of Elberd's Primal. I believe we have no recourse but to directly and openly intervene. I thought this a foregone conclusion, given our actions thus far. But if you require renewed affirmation, then yes, I am wholly committed to this cause. For it is ultimately the self-same cause that I have served since first I pledged to Master Louiswa in the Circle of Knowing, the salvation of Eorzea, by any means necessary. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many who require further treatment, and doubtless more to come after. I came here from Minfilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with Y'shtola and tend to the wounded. As for you, Cody, you are, to quote our dear friend Lord Edmund, the man who slew Gaius Bonveilzer, and some half-dozen primals besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Many look to you as a hero,
and heap great expectations upon your shoulders. But you, like every scion, must decide for yourself. No, fight. The Empire poses too great a threat. And I want to put the Imperial Nuisance banner back on me. Indeed, we have doubtless seen during your time in the outlying villages, their so-called meteocracy is but a pretext to torture and enslave the lesser subjects. Such is the fate that awaits all should their expansion continue unchecked. Take care, Y'shtola, Kryl. Do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lise, I would ask that you remain here, by Comrade's side. We shall go, or Mango will leave without us. Might I persuade you to join us, Cody? Should you wish to give your decision on further consideration, Castrum Onion would seem an apt place to do it. You need not answer right away. I'm sure I can convince Mango to wait a little longer. Mango. Whee! Don't worry, Mango doesn't have to wait much longer. See, I'm here, just like that. Don't say I took forever. So you'll be accompanying us? Oh, glad I am to hear it. All set? Excellent. Then let us be off. I will leave in my snowman. The striped hills. They are striped. They are striped indeed. Happily named. Let's get all that HUD. Oh my goodness, it's Udon. Welcome on in, Udon. Good to see you. Yes, I unfortunately play with... honestly, I'm not even using the HUD right now. Why the heck do I even have it on? Oh, right, so I can see where the heck I'm going. Because I always lose track of where I'm going. Welcome on in, Udon. Everybody give Udon a follow. There's some pretty cool game dev stuff going on over there. Every Sunday. I'm able to be there for a little bit. Where am I now? There I am. I use the HUD layouts depending on what I'm doing. Mostly I use the one with everything off. Makes sense. I mean, you can get some pretty good screenshots going around here with the, without the HUD. I'm just gonna go over these hills. I'm not going around them. I'm just gonna fly over them. I know this path up here ultimately. Oh, that's a fate thing. That's why. I was wondering. There's two different A ranks that can appear here, as I mentioned before. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to memorize where I am well enough to play with mostly the HUD off. Also, again, I don't know why the cutscene in this location is so poorly optimized, but my VTuber lags when the cutscene takes place here for some reason. I don't know who out of these people are not properly, are not well optimized, but, like, they cause my VTuber to lag. Welcome back, comrades. What news? Greetings, General. I come at the Commander Kemp's behest to brief you on the latest developments of at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the effort of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new units, with more being trained as we speak. I appreciate the fact that Mango, I call her Mango. I appreciate that she uses the word consequence correctly. A common mistake that people do with consequence is they always view it as negative. It isn't negative. It's another way of saying reaction or as a result of. Chain reaction. A law of physics. Good. I gather Conrad is eager to strike while the iron's hot. Just so, General. He proposes that we begin preparations for a joint operation to capture Castrum Vergina. I always say it like that. Capture Verdun? That will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are ever to push east towards the capital. There is no profit in delay. It is only a matter of time before the Garleans learn of our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Verdun watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has a weakness, and I would like to know this one's. If there is no objection, General, might the Scions join Marshal Tarupin? Yes. By all means. If that is all, then let us be about it. I'm adding in words, but that's how it works. Words are the key, yes. Conrad and the General are of one mind, it seems. I only wish I could say the same. While this aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end, what losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyway, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about his reconnaissance mission, and to see how he would like to proceed. Pippin, here we go. Thank you for volunteering to join me. This should be fairly straightforward. A fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission, so long as we do not have the ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. Come, our destination is beyond the East End, just north of Verdun. Hey, I remember how to cycle my bar. There we go. Because you can cycle your hot bars while the HUD's off. Like, if you know your keys, you can get away with HUD off. I'm not that advanced. In fact, I probably went past our destination. Not really. Here we go. This ought to be close enough. Now we settle in for a long watch. That said, it would be prudent to keep our weapons at the ready, in the event a passing patrol stumbles upon us, or worse. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. We are far away from ads, so we don't have to worry about that. Recommend you set sufficient side. There we go. Level sync, level 63. Time for us to do this. Chocobo will not be joining us for this. Pyro and Silch will not be following us with this. Too much danger.
Excellent. The disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father. Cannon fire! Where did it come from?
Smoke! There! Is that... Oh gods, it's Relga's Reach.
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
You don't think... Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
Could be.
Too early to draw conclusions. We must abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
That's plot warp over there. Fastest way to get over there. Or is it the fastest way? Hmm?
Forward! Forward! Give them no quarter!
Give you no quarter.
You!
Traitor! Kinslayer!
You're no kin of mine!
Don't lose yourself, Lise, because this person's probably a cheater.
Meffred!
We gotta wait for the right moments.
Hell take you!
Well, well. Stand aside, Pilus. This one has promise.
Have a care, my lord. She's not like the others.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
Seven hells! It's him! It's Xenos!
Ah, yes, the troublemaker.
You are a dead man! Ah!
So spirited, and yet so empty. Ah, a magical barrier. Alas. It will not save you.
Hold the line, Byrolga! Hold the line!
Now, are we actually going to get there on time, or is it going to be all this bullshit of, oh, they already left, blah, 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 blah. Probably. Wouldn't, well, let's not be surprised by that.
Cryle!
Alphino!
We saw the smoke and thought we heard explosions. Are we under attack?
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos. Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Confound it! If we lose the Reach, this will all have been for naught.
Arenvold, can you escort these people to the wall?
Aye, sir.
Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern.
Yeah, let me guess.
If we can hold back the Imperials until Father sends reinforcements, we may yet turn the tide.
Oh yeah, we haven't even done the duty yet, so we probably do have some ass to kick. Well then.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
Alright, let's go. Let's go. We encounter a little troublemaker over there. Let's find out. Yes, I love that flash effect in my face right at the beginning.
It's all over now.
Bye-bye. Alright. Now you either get to go bye-bye. Yeah, you thought your healing would help you? Nope, not happening. Well, let's say, okay, are we going? We're going? Okay, good. Hey, you. Like AoEs? No? Oh, that's too bad. Hey, you. Do you like magic? I do. Do you like magic? Shall we go? Let's keep going.
For the glory of the flames!
Hey, you! That's not the one I want. Did you forget me? I hit you once there, and then you completely forgot I was around. You get to go bye-bye, too. I'm just ignoring this other one. I'm like, yeah, whatever. We're in ice mode. We're ready to go. Oh, why, hello there. Oh, you want to volunteer first? Okay.
Rebel scum!
What, you talking about yourself? It's not nice to talk to yourself like that.
What took you so long? Alpha, no, I need your help.
Yeah, stock thunder sound effect in the background. I do.
My lord, the prisoners.
See to your men, Pylus.
As you command, my lord.
Your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
Oh, there's Jazz. Rolling a 4. It goes 500 miles to 500 more. Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one. Well, then. So Xenos has problems.
As one!
Be gone! Give me something to remember.
Oh no, the E's are going down. And your other ones can just let blow up. Yeah, we're all good. So slow. Jazz, welcome on in. Good to see you. Hope you're having a lovely time zone. We're facing this Xenos. Xenos one cheater. Why did you break your blade? That's very careless of you.
Seven hells.
That sword and all of its material is mine now. You left it behind. That's all mine. You abandoned it, it's now mine.
Shall we give chase, General?
No, that dude's a cheater. We're gonna wait, right? It becomes a puzzle when you've got somebody who cheats their way through.
You all right, lad?
Well enough. We're gonna get him next time. We're gonna get him next time.
Aye, I do not doubt it.
Heard the updating coding for the new ghosts. Showing instructions on how to update. Ah, nice. They updated it again? Why are they updating it so often? Maybe something else broke. Oh, wait, somebody else. Probably is a number of people with the old version of the Ghost game.
Hold on!
You're not allowed to die, you Stola. You're too awesome.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
It's going to be all right.
Master Kemp is all yours.
Understood.
Don't just stand there gawping. Hold her down while I work.
What do you mean hold her down? She's down right now. That makes no bloody sense.
The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
So we very carefully transport her.
Let us take them there without delay.
Yes, be careful.
Give us a hand, would you, Lise? Of course. I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
I do realize that I'm like a level 40 something white mage. White mage is not my strong class. Once upon a time, black mage could use a heal and move. It absolutely sucked, but they could heal. When it comes to Fireblood, I've learned so much from the Bowie Mage. Fireblood is one heck of a rabbit hole to learn on. You did well, Cody. You saved lives, no matter what happens. Remember that. Did my train help too? I've got a little train here, which was a treasure drop, by the way. We do treasure hunts from time to time in Final Fantasy XIV. Usually high-end level 100 treasure hunts, and sometimes cool things drop from it. I got this train from that. It's pretty cool. Thanks to Udon and won the retro Barty. Oh, well, heck yes. Fantastic. RNG hasn't given me the luck yet, but my goodness. Maybe RNG will allow me to enjoy a knitted sweater. Although I do have the Barty tie-dye shirt that. Was it early December or was it late November? I don't know. My sense of time is warped right now. Overall, I did not like 2025, but like every year, some cool things happen in 2025 as well. And our thunderstorm season wasn't a total write-off. It wasn't a joke like 2024. 2024, weather-wise, 2024, you are probably one of the most disappointing records that I have. I've been monitoring thunderstorms for a while in the area. 2024 is pretty close to last place. But yeah, 2025. A few nice things happened. 2025 also gave me an illness on New Year's Eve, so I'd say it's pretty easy to say I'm not on good terms with 2025, especially when it concludes with that. Hey, we got the hugs going round. Lots of hugs. We got our hug leaderboard. You did well. Oh wait, I already read that, didn't I? Now then, let's do what we can for the wounded. Every minute counts. I was sick basically for all December. It doesn't help that during December there were multiple illnesses making their circulations, and most of them were different strains too. So yeah, your immune system fights off one, but your immune system hasn't heard of the second one, so you get sick again, and then another strain comes around, and December was a test of patience in terms of illnesses. I only wound up getting hit by one of the ones going around, but that's usually how it goes for me. I don't get ill as often, but usually, but it can hit me pretty hard when I get ill. Now, we're going to be going for a little bit longer here, until roughly 10. I'm going for a little longer, just mainly because I don't have to go and do what I need to do tomorrow until an hour and a half later, so I can offset things about an hour. See to the wounded, Cody. If they live, help them. If not, move on. Next time we meet Xenos Von Cheater, we'll make sure that your cheat codes are deactivated so I can beat the crap out of you. Xenos, I freaking loathe the Xenos right to the end. And celebrate when we don't have to friggin' deal with him anymore. Freaking annoys me. A lot of Xenos fans out there. I'm not a fan of Xenos. Like a freaking irritant who won't go away. Mefford lies motionless, having breathed his last. Clenched in his fist is a small charm, which you take for safekeeping. He was already cold when I got to him. There was naught I could do. The charm must have been important. You best take it to Conrad. Ah, yes, me chocobo. Yeah, I train my chocobo not to be scared of water. You can just, like, fly above the water. Conrad. Monago. Mefford. Where are you? Alfred did not benefit, did not end well. This is. He's dead, isn't he? Alfred was a warrior, always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chase him nigh on 20 miles. So that his wounded would have time to escape. His comrades loved him for it, of course, though that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men to the quarry mill away because they were fighting for him and not the cause? Well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. The A Realm Reborn days. But that's exactly the kind of man who should be the leader. The kind of man who deserves to survive. Not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Kemp. There never is. Who stands, who falls, in the heat of battle. We can but do our best. As he did. Milford will be sorely missed, but because of his sacrifice, many now live who otherwise would not. And they need us, now more than ever. Aye, that they do. Forgive me. I had high hopes for him, is all. I was sick or hurt most of December. Yeah. I don't think December was very kind overall to people. You know, December thinks it has privilege because it has holidays and all that. No, December, I think you were an a-hole to a lot of us. And I think that December owes us a lot for the BS that it pulled off. Oh, Christmas, no holiday is going to give you an advantage over the other months, December. You didn't treat a lot of us very well. Not happy with you, December. And here's our level 61 missions. Chances are you'll definitely be past level 61 by the time you get here because there's so many level 60 missions. Especially if you're playing on a preferred server. Our defeat was no near thing. It was total humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. Yeah, that's because their leader is a bloody cheater. But we can't afford to dwell on our failure. As Alphen had said, it is those who survived whom we must think of now. Ravager's reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return any time to finish what they began. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castermunion will need to be taken by chocobo carriage. Agreed? Good. I shall oversee preparations for carriages. In the meantime, I would have you scour the infirmary for any supplies which might prove useful during the journey. Probably not gonna have very many supplies, but we can check. Forgive me, but it is imperative that I continue preparing medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask that you seek it elsewhere. Oh, I see. In that case, you are free to search the barber and take which you require. I would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. Ah, yes. Medical supplies. And when you grab them, nothing disappears. Infinite medical supplies. The true cure to all wounds. Infinite medical supplies. You grab something, and it's still there. You grab something, and it's still there. But guess what? It also went into your inventory. That's called item duplication. Let's do it. If Xenos can cheat, then we can cheat too. Item duplication. Let's go. Sir, Marshal Toadpin said that you might have something for me. Medical supplies times 3. Well, be praised. This should put our drivers' hearts at ease. Tell the Vice Marshal we await his orders. Once we get to Castrum Onion, I think that'll be a good spot to finish. Ishola and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by her side the entire time. Thank you, Cryle. I'll walk alongside. They'll need protection in case the Garleans try anything. Hang on, you're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of the carriages? I'm already healed. Oh, Conrad. Well, Conrad's also not very frail either. Wait a minute. Twitch? What is up with Twitch? That was very interesting. Very interesting. The sectoral captain responded faster than Twitch did. Okay, maybe we should be less surprised. Twitch? Slow? No way. No. Twitch is optimizing everything with every update, right? I mean, my connection says unstable, but I have 0 dropped frames. So, you know, yeah, Twitch definitely is fully functional. Well tested. Oh my goodness. Hey, we got our snowstorm. All that snow. Yes, the seasonal redeems rotate every month. So when we hit January here, I rotated the Violent Bulb Storm for Snowstorm. I'm gonna think of something different for February, so I'm not... Do I have a February one? Maybe I did start using a February one. I think it was supposed to be... Arts and Kristas or something like that. No. That'd be the same thing as, That'd be the same thing as Krista Invasion. I'll have to remember what the heck it was. I'm not so frail, but I can't make a trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish. There's a throw random that just happened. That was a hammer. Ow. As you wish. Then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrades' health allows. To Castrum Onion. I just call it onion. I'm not gonna bother trying to pronounce it properly. We're not at Castrum Onion yet, so we're taking the next quest. You saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains, our forces were decimated. In this state, we'll not be mounting an assault on Castrum, or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects. But first, we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I will join you all at Castrum Onion. Understood. We will go and speak with General Alden. Zoom out so I can see where I'm going. Too far away? That's a lie. I'm close enough. Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned straight away to Specula and Puritos after quitting this place. It would seem he's lost interest in us. Which brings us the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so. In war, you kill or capture your enemy. You don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool would turn his back and walk away. But Xenos is no fool. Whatever his motive, this is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. The rest will fall back to Castrum Onion. We can discuss our path forward there. Now we go to Castrum Onion. Up. There we go. Oh, right. I can't fly here. We got to get out of here first. Right into the pillar. Now we can fly. Of course, you're free to wander around, well, wherever the map will let you wander around. You might not be able to wander into some Imperial areas. Find your ether currents. There's not as many to find. I'm going to snooze those stinky ads because we're going to be concluding pretty soon here. Of course, we can fly, so I could just, like, fly right into their stronghold if I want to and be like, hi, goodbye. Well, this is one of their strongholds. They got multiple. That doesn't look like an Imperial force. All right, we're just gonna fly over your gates. We don't care that it's there. We're just gonna keep flying. Ah, yes, fire. Fire pretty. Fire doesn't do any damage. Don't worry about it. Fire doesn't do damage unless you say so. We're just flying around on our flying hippopotamus. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Okay, I need to see where the heck my destination is, so... Oh, by the way, right, we can do this too. Wait, what? There we go. Don't forget to look out in your vistas. Castor Munyon. Hello, Lise. Okay. We are going to... No, we're gonna quit here. Then I'll be right beside my objective, so we can just finish everything off here. Plus, I don't want to have to snooze the ads again and again and again and again. So let's take a look at who I can send you off to. I've got a decent amount of choice here, actually. Who the heck to send you off to? How long has it been since I sent you over here? Filter, just raids. 25 days ago. That's fun. That's long enough ago. Watch, I'm gonna have to snooze the ads. I'm gonna send you guys off to Cooper's. Playing some Phasmophobia. Playing some No Evidence. An educational Phasmophobia stream. That sounds like a pretty good vibe. Let's get that started. Congratulations to the top 3. I don't know where the sound is. There it is. The sound is just taking its sweet time. Congratulations to the top 3. You get bonus gold pieces to use of future sound commands. Also, we still let the game audio. Let me exit out of that. First raid message is for subs. However, if you don't have a sub, we've got a message just underneath. Anybody can use that one. I'd like to thank you for joining in full and part, whether you're active, whether you're lurking, or all anywhere between. It's all greatly appreciated. Next stream is going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Look forward to some Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, some Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 as well, with our usual weather talk. Phase Tuber Friday, 6 p.m. Friday, for some Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. We'll be continuing that. Saturday, we'll be doing some Outbreak and some nukes, possibly some multiplayer as well. So look forward to that on Saturday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. All right, everybody, I already said thank you for joining, all that good stuff. It was a delight to have you here. I hope you have a lovely night. Take good care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember to take media in moderation. There's been a lot of negative media out there, so don't cloud yourself with too much of that negative media. Maybe, like, limit yourself to an article a day or something like that. Hey! Munchies, you just made it! We're about to raid out. Everybody, have a lovely night. Take good care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. We will see you next time.
Pizza time.